Hey, Donovan. Did you go back in the locker room and read Twitter or something like that about your first half? What got into you in the second half?
I ain't been on Twitter in so long, Chris. I just told the guys, like, hey, I wasn't getting downhill like I had in Game 3. You know what I mean? And sure, yeah, I scored a lot of points, but just trying to find ways to get early offense. And the shot started to fall, but just kind of maintaining my stuff. And the biggest thing was just trying to just create advantages wherever I saw them for the group and, not force things.
James, what was your view of what Donovan did in the third quarter and in the second half?
What was my view? I was on the court, so I had a really good view. But, that's why it's a team game. And, he's been doing a lot of really good things, especially offensively this entire postseason, and to where he isn't going to be perfect. You know what I mean? Quarters, halves, games. And that's why we have a team to pick him up. You know what I mean? So we're down 4. He hadn't played well offensively at all. I think he did some good things. And then second half, he became, more the aggressor. And so, as players who score the basketball, it's quarters, it's halves. It's going to happen, but that's why you have a team to help him out. In the second half, he just did really good things on both ends of the basketball.
Donovan, Kenny said you were not really in a rhythm in that first half, which you said happens, but is that what you felt and kind of what you think led to that?
Yeah, I mean, we airballed the first layup, missing shots short. Sometimes it's natural, right? But to James's point, not really trying to force it. I didn't really, you got in the paint, tried to find guys, right? Like, wasn't really trying to get in there and force it. And then just doubling down on the defensive end, trying to, take whoever I'm guarding, take them out of the equation. I understand that I'm going to get looks and it's going to fall at some point, even if they didn't, right? Just being aggressive, more aggressive. But I'm not tripping. We were down 4 at half, you know what I mean? So understanding that, I always tell y'all it's not just about the scoring. It's about your overall impact on the game. And for me, it was just like, okay, now I have an opportunity to try to get downhill and then start going in.
Yeah. Sorry, just the 22 overall y'all started the third quarter with. Just kind of like, what do you think was the key to that? Why do you think?
I think our starters, hadn't been great to start the games and start the halves. And tonight was a really good opportunity for us, and we did that. Start the game and start the halves. Particularly on the defensive end, and that's what led to easy opportunities, whether it's threes or layups. Rewarding our bigs, and so when we can be on the same page and get off to great starts like that to start the game or half, it's a different ball club just because our energy shifts, and that's how it has to be from here on out.
Dan. One of the things that Kenny mentioned was that you guys played at a faster pace in the second half. How important is pace to what you guys do offensively in this matchup?
It's key. It's everything, especially against them. They're a really good defensive team once they're set. But I think pace is speed. It's how fast we are, like getting the ball up the court. But pace is also understanding what the action that we're trying to run and guys get into their spots faster, so our actions the first domino effect can happen earlier in the clock. That way we have time on the back end. So it's a combination of both things, and I think we did that, earlier in the clock, throughout the course of the entire game, which led to, easy opportunities offensively.
Donovan, what did you think of the way that Evan played tonight?
He was phenomenal. What do you have, 5 blocks? 5 blocks, 3 steals. He was everywhere. 8 boards, plus 30. Just his impact and overall, I think it's something that we feed off of, and especially when you're guarding the ball, just knowing you got a guy down there that's going to protect the rim, and he's done it for us all year. He's gotten progressively better each game. Whether, in the first series he was scoring, now he's not necessarily scoring as much, but he's still making an impact, 17 points. But he's just doing it on every facet of the game. And he's being the initiator on offense too, making solid plays, solid reads. So he's doing it all for us, and he was huge.
Joe Reed.
Oh.
Donovan, what does it mean to?
Sorry, what?
What does it mean to tie the NBA record for most points in a half?
We won the game and we're 2-2 going to Detroit. Everybody let me know that I missed a free throw to break the record, though. I will say that, but then we're 2-2 headed to Detroit. That was what we came home to do, and that's all that matters.
And just you guys had a big run second half against Louisville in that game 7 to kind of seize control of that game. Just knowing that you guys did that once before, did that help at halftime to?
I mean, I think we were shooting, 35% from the field in the first half, and we were down 4. So we understood, like, hey, if we could just get some stops and get out and transition and get some easier looks, we'd be in good shape. We were doing a solid job. We just weren't scoring, you know what I mean? And it's not always going to be like, a 22-0 run, right? But understand that if we just get stops and run and give ourselves easier looks, and the ball movement was incredible. There was 3 or 4 times the ball's going from corner to wing, the top, you know what I mean? I think that, it's any defense, no matter how good it's hard to guard that, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, we have something to pull from for sure, but I think understanding that we were in a good spot, we did a good job of weathering a storm, so to speak, and understand that, hey, like we got some, if we get some good looks and get some stops, we'll be in good shape.
Don, I want to make sure I read this correct. This is from StatViews, but Evan Mobley is the first Eastern Conference player since Michael Jordan with 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 3 steals in a playoff game. I know when you look at the box score, sometimes we focus on just points and rebounds, but is there a number you look at that quantifies what Evan Mobley actually does impact-wise for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, right? Like, this is not all box score numbers, right? Like, there's the game where he I think last game he had, I don't know how many rebounds he had, but I explained the reason why I had 10 was because he was doing his job on the boards, right? He's making it tough on their bigs, him and J.A. But then you look at tonight and what he did showed up on the stat sheet. So I don't just look at the box score and say, okay, this is what he does, right? He does so many different things, and he's capable of having the night he had tonight, right? But he does so much for us. His presence alone deters shots. You don't have a stat for that, you know what I mean? Like him, like at Wemby, right? Like Rudy, like Gobert, like there's guys that just them being there, you force a floater or you force a step back, right? So there's things that him just being there don't really show up on the stat sheet. But nights like tonight, you see he's done in so many different ways for us, and being a catalyst offensively and defensively, which is great.
Joe B.
We had some good discussions earlier in this series about foul shots and contact and getting to the rim. I don't know if I've ever asked this before, but what's it like to be on the other side now? I mean, you guys got to the line, like double what they did, or even more. So what is that like on a night when you had a huge discrepancy and free those in your favor?
Every game is different, but the biggest thing you can do is control what you can control, and I can control getting downhill. Like I told y'all, I can't say something about not getting calls and then shoot jump shots, right? Like, you got to go down there and make a call, and sometimes you may not get it. Like, this is the playoffs, right? You understand that, and we may go into game 5 and it may be flipped, but it's just how do you find a way to keep being aggressive and still win. So, yeah, like we had double or whatever tonight, and every game is different. But like I said, it's just a matter of how aggressive you are trying to get downhill. And that was the separator for me, especially in the first and second half. Like, I wasn't, pushing the pace like I did in game 3, and just trying to continue to do that and just get downhill. If it's at the rim, it's at the rim. If it's passing, it's passing, whatever it is. But, every game is different.
Donovan, when we talked to Kenny, he highlighted, I believe he said, your mental fortitude. So when you go into the locker room at halftime, you only have 4 points. You come out in the second half, have a performance like you did. I'm curious, to not get too high or too low mentally when you're not playing the way you want to, is that a learned skill? Is that something that you've always kind of had by nature to be pretty even-keeled, or is that something you think you've had to work on over time to not get too
I think that's something that you definitely work on over time. I can't say I came into the league right with that. I can't say playing this guy in the playoffs my first 2 years, I can't say I had that coming into the league, right? You develop that over time. You develop that over wins, losses, and you play so many games. I've had performances where I don't know if I've had 39, but I've had big second halves, right? Like, understand that, hey, like it's halves, it's quarters, it's halves, and the fact that I can have a night like that and my teammates are right there for me, right? Like that's the biggest thing, and it gives you the confidence to go out there and still be aggressive. When you got this guy saying, like, we right here, like, you understand, like we're still gonna ride with you, regardless. Evan, everybody just having my back and team to understand, like, hey, this is what you do. They're not really tripping on the fact that I started out one of whatever. And I think that's what also helps. You have the mental fortitude yourself, but when you have a group that not only supports you verbally, but then on top of that, it's a 4-point game going into halftime. So that speaks to the group as well.
Last one, Ken.
For both of you guys, combined points and assists, you guys 98 of 112 points. I think when the trade was made, a lot of us thought, hey, this is going to be a dynamic backcourt, and tonight, is this sustainable, that type of performance with you two guys moving forward in a game?
Yeah, definitely. I know it is for me. I think the biggest thing for us is what we have, turnovers.
Three,
like that's the game we playing 8 minutes, 40 minutes a game, and and taking care of the basketball, getting quality shots. Even some of the shots that I had, I feel really good. Those are something that I work on. You know what I mean? So it's definitely sustainable. I think just getting a shot on the rim, whether it's for us or whether it's for one of our teammates. Earlier in the clock, I think that's been beneficial for our team. So we did a really good job of that, and we got work to do, but I think we found some. We capitalized off Game 3. We're even better tonight, and we got to be even better going into Game 5 on the road.
And what's it going to take, Don? You guys haven't won on the road yet. You'll have one, maybe two more chances if needed. What's it going to take to get that first road victory?
everything. Understand that hostile environment. We need each other. We've had 2 good games to build off of, but it's going to be fun. Hostile environment. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I know we're ready for the challenge. Also, big shout out to the Breakfast Factory, man. I went there for breakfast today, and they did me right. So I appreciate.